Oh man, shout out to DC Baby Draco for getting one of the most anticipated interviews in the Bay Area. Leave it up to DC Draco. You know what I'm saying? When I thought about podcasting and people trying to do what everybody else do in their city in the Bay, and I said, man, that's gonna be a tough task because the Bay is so unforgiving, the Bay so wishy-washy, the Bay so wicked and so, oh that nigga was, I got a picture of that nigga when he was, you know what I'm saying? When that nigga was an embryo, another embryo punched that nigga in the womb, so that nigga suck like, you know how the Bay is, bro. The Bay so unforgiving. So shout out to DC Baby Draco for getting the most anticipated interview from DB, DC DB. You know what I'm saying? And they was cool before all this. You know, good interview. And you know what I'm saying? DB, he struck me as a dude that got a lot of sense, man. You know how the Bay is. You could be Einstein, but if the Bay say that you tripping, you tripping. Nigga, you could be a breakthrough to the world of the Bay be like, yeah, we don't care what this nigga made. This nigga walked on water so well. My nigga did that back in. You know how the Bay is, man. The Bay so dismissive of greatness. But good interview. He touched on the shit with Filthy. You know, he touched on the shit with Lav. He even brought one of the Richmond niggas, Pooh Hefner, up. You know what I'm saying? But I really, really like. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'm finna remember it. Oh, I really like how he touched on Mess. The whole Bay try to crucify Mess. You know how the Bay is. If you fall down, everybody gonna kick you if you hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how the Bay is. How the Bay is. You fall down, everybody gonna kick you once you hit the ground, man. Y'all already know that about the Bay. You know what I'm saying? But he gave Mess his props. What I love the most about the interview is how he gave Mess his flowers, man. Because y'all can't act like Mess wasn't the rawest nigga. Y'all can't act like, man, Mess was going crazy in the early 2000s, boy. He was kind of like a Mac Dre in a way. Him and Mac Dre was going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Back when Mac Dre and Keith and they had their run, nigga, y'all know Mess was the boy. So I like how DB, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like a cool cat, man. It's just he kicking up dust. He the Charleston White of the Bay without all the drama and shit. You know what I'm saying? Without all the snitching and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a dope interview. And I like what I noticed about DB. This was one of the main things I noticed. He wasn't swiveled out. When you funking with everybody in the Bay damn near, and you ain't swiveled out, let me wipe my face, y'all, because I'm preaching. You know the pastor gotta have his towel and his water, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't like this. I'm expecting DB to be like, yeah, man, so, man, DB was chopping it up, sitting down, man, y'all must have been in Hayward somewhere, y'all must have been in Alameda somewhere, bro, because DB was super comfortable, you know what I'm saying? But it was a good interview, man. And it's like, you know, we was all hard on DB, but we don't really know. He brought us some facts, man, you know. Filthy did come at him first when he threw him in that song with Mess. Y'all know what song I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But shout out to this. This is Mo. You know, DB, good interview. You know what I'm saying? Good rapper. You know what I'm saying? Trying to bring his career back. You know, trolling, doing what he's doing to bring his career back. And DB always had lyrics. Let me say this: DB is a better rapper than Filthy. He's a better rapper than Lavish D. I'm not gonna say I can't say he a better song maker or a better businessman. But see, me, I'm a hip hop baby. I believe in having bars and flows. You know what I'm saying? You know, I believe if you're a running back, be good at being a running back. You ain't got to be managing the team and being halfway quarterback too, and then knowing how to sing and dance. Just be good at being a running back. DB is good at being a rapper. DB is a dope ass rapper. That's one thing I noticed when I first heard of DB way back like 10, 15 years ago. I'm like, this nigga got gas, and this nigga kind of raw a little bit. But yeah, man, let's talk about DC. DC, you trying to be the Bay Area's best podcaster. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you calling yourself, a podcaster or whatever. But hey, man, shout out to my boy DC, man. If anybody would get the interview, it would be him. He taking chances. DC believe in taking chances, but in the Bay, everything is so sectored off, and everybody with the shit, and everybody from here, everybody from there, everybody. When you talk to this nigga, he didn't. The Bay is so judgmental. So shout out to DC Draco for being a nigga that's gonna, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but put himself on the line to do what he doing in the Bay. He putting himself on the line. The Bay is, you know, the Bay. Why you think a person like DC ain't come along until like this shit was going on for a minute? Like from what I see with DC. He kind of just started, you know what I'm saying? I know he kind of been at it for a little while, but you know what I'm saying? He probably the only one with heart to do what he be doing. Who else gonna take the interview with DB? Who else gonna do that? And stamp it and be like, I did it. And I'm cool with you and I fuck with you. Who else gonna do that? Man, shout out to DC Draco for getting that interview, man. And it was short. But I mean, I feel it though, cause shit, this niggas lurking, this niggas riding around. There's probably some niggas that'll spot DB and try to get on him. So it's got to be short and sweet. But y'all touched on everything. Good interview, good questions. Y'all go check it out. You know what I mean?